What's up, people? Today we're going to be talking about racism, something people in left-wing media circles appear not to be doing much of today, at least not in this case. Specifically, we're going to talk about California recall election candidate Larry Elder and how, while campaigning in Venice on Tuesday to wrestle the governorship from full-time Patrick Bateman cosplayer Gavin Newsom, he had an egg chucked at his head by a white woman in a gorilla mask.
Motherfucker, touch me again! Don't touch me again!
Don't touch her, motherfucker!
I'll pop him in the motherfucker nose! Touch me again! I'll suck you out, motherfucker!
And of course this bitch had a mask with pink hair. Now call me crazy.
You're crazy.
But in this age of hypersensitivity, especially in regards to race, you'd think the media would be quick to call this out for what it is. An attack on a black man with race, while maybe not being the primary factor, certainly being a motivation. You might also know this as a hate crime. But you wouldn't hear any such claims by searching through the likes of the New York Times, Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, NPR,
and so on, and so on, and so on.
In fact, several of them don't even mention the incident at all. Which is odd considering that the majority of mainstream media has been practically rubbing one out for the last year and a half at the prospect of race riots erupting across the country. And my apologies if you immediately pictured Rachel Maddow frigging herself underneath her desk with that last comment. Just be glad I didn't say Brian Stelter. But one outlet that did bring it up was the LA Times, and they did so with this headline and accompanying picture. Now juxtapose this with their headline from 2018 when Ron DeSantis was running for governor of Florida against Andrew Gillum. Funny how race comes up in one headline but not the other, right? I wonder what could be the difference.
That's a mystery.
In context, this should all come as no surprise that this is the same outlet that recently called Elder the black face of white supremacy. It's obvious the left-wing media only cares about this kind of thing when it suits their narrative, just like how black lives only matter when they're taken by cops. Look, I live in Washington State and I'm not a Republican, so I could really care fuck all who wins the race in California. But for lack of a better term, let's call a spade a spade. The media, and I'm including right-wing media in this, only cares about their bottom line and the narrative that supports it. They'd just as soon see us all tear each other limb from limb, and they'd probably prefer it if it meant higher ratings in their key demographic. So don't be fooled. Read between the lines and pay attention to what's not being said just as much as what is.
All right, peace, nigga.